What's up, tribe? How you guys doing? Sorry I am late, honey. I was running my mouth. I was on the phone, but I am here. I am here. I am here. So we are getting ready to do this final episode of Love and Marriage DC. Is it the season finale or the series finale, child? We don't know. Do not forget that tomorrow night at 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, I will be talking with Winter Harris. She is only doing a few more interviews, she said, and she is done. And she is moving on to the next phase of her life. So I am blessed. And I am thankful that I am one of the people that she's going to be doing her interview with, honey. So don't forget. And I have some questions. Oh, I got some questions. Okay. So, thank you so much. And I hope you guys are here tomorrow night. With that being said, let's get ready to get into this. Hold on, I'm posting it. I've been posting it, honey. I'm posting it. Okay. So let's get ready to get into this. First of all, I really wish that I could play some copywritten music, because when I tell you that I have some songs that I want to sing, okay? When I tell you that I want to play Celebrate Good Times by Kool and the Gang, when I tell you that I want to play Shana Na Na, Hey, 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 Goodbye, when I want to tell you I want to sing Finally by Billy Ocean, there are so many songs that come to mind when I think about this finale. Hey, Jabbar, Bully B. I'm going to get some t-shirts. Let me tell you something. By next season of the Whether You Like It or Not panel, I'm going to have some Bully B t-shirts. And y'all better buy them. Y'all better buy them. What up, Don Don? Hey, everybody coming in. Hey. Now, I did say this will be an open panel. So once I go through what I want to say, I will drop the link. And you guys can come up and give your final thoughts on season 2 or 3, whichever it is. Because, child, who knows? Whatever season it is, 2 or 3. I don't know. Well, let me, hold on. Let me see here. Hold on. My phone. Let me get my notes. So I have notes in 2 different places. I have written notes and then I have notes on my phone because I finished watching. So last night, all right, listen, I worked really hard on this finale. I watched the episode. Then I watched Winter, DJ Richie Scott, Carmen, and Ashley's review. Then I watched Dustin and Carlos's recap and review. So I need y'all to know I worked really hard on this. So when I'm giving y'all my perspective, y'all know that my perspective is going to be a mixed bag based on all the things that I saw on all them different places that I traveled. Okay. So let's go. I need y'all to understand. I don't want nobody telling me, well, really be. Let me tell you, you know what, Ravine? I agree. Ravine said Richie Scott was good, Dustin was bad. And I agree 100%. I love Dustin. I love Dustin down. And I've been a fan of Dustin's long before any of this stuff. But here's why I have a problem with what happened with the DJ, with Dustin. And I'm be honest with you, that's part of the reason why I didn't even watch. I didn't want to watch it, but I said it's the season finale. Let me see what they talking about over there. Because I feel like Dustin is very pro-production. And even when he does push back on Carlos, which he did from time to time, I still feel like it's coming in a way to give Carlos a way out. Y'all feel me? Y'all hear what I'm putting down? Okay. So let's get into this right now. Let's get into this. Hold on, y'all. I'm trying to do 3 things at one time, and that's my fault. I shouldn't have started doing something before I did this. I was doing 3 things at one time. But let's get into it. So the episode starts off. I feel like we finished with Winter and Yusha, but let me just give my final thoughts on Winter and Yusha. Now I will say this. And that's like okay, here's an example of what I mean by Carlos. Carlos hears what he wants to hear. But no. Let me pause. Carlos doesn't hear what he wants to hear. Let me pause. Carlos knows more than what we know because he was there for the whole reunion. Let me say that. That's more of a fair statement. So like when Carlos made the comment, well, how do you think the rest of the cast feels about, because I really feel like he got one for Sherelle. I don't know what happened between him and Sherelle off camera, behind the scenes, whatever, but I feel like he really got a hard one for Sherelle. I don't know where that's coming from. We're going to get to that in a second. But he made a comment, well, how do you think the rest of the cast feels knowing that the Duncans set Winter up with an opportunist? That's not what Sherelle said. When you asked Sherelle about whether she thought Yusha was an opportunist, her response was, well, I think we're all opportunists because I feel like he's a hustler. He's been a hustler his whole life. And yes, he used this opportunity as a way to try to hustle his brands. So she never said, her answer was, all of us are taking these opportunities. So I felt like when he threw that out there, I was like, now that's kind of effed up, because I feel like you kind of throwing it back and making it seem like, oh, well, the Duncans set Winter up with this opportunist. But that's not what Sherelle said. But again, I feel like he got a hard on for Sherelle, and we're going to get to that. So here's my final thoughts on Yusha. I do think that Yusha was leveraging the opportunity to be on the show. In the grand scheme of things, they dated for 4 months. They didn't have sex, and it really wasn't that deep. It's just that it was on a show that y'all stretched out for damn near 2 years. Like, if the show had played in real time, like, it really wouldn't have been that serious. But the fact that this thing stretched out as long as it did, it made it look like the relationship was deeper than it was, and it made it seem like the relationship was more than it was, when at the end of the day, it really wasn't. Like, it was 4 months. Both of them say it was 4 months. Both of them are like, it was what it was. Now, the reason Winter said in the review, the after show, she said the reason why she was still at Union is because her and Yusha had already broken up. But even leading up to the reunion, she was still getting stuff in her inbox from people saying that, you know, Yusha was cheating on her. Like, she said she heard from 2 separate women that said Yusha was dating them at the same time he was dating Winter. She said that she was still getting information about what Yusha was doing from production, from castmates. So that is why you got that energy. That's according to Winter. I ain't telling her story. We're going to ask more about it tomorrow night, okay? We also found out that whole thing with Ready to Love, Yusha exaggerated his Ready to Love experience, right? She said that all that Yusha said that, oh, he was paired with Joy and that was bullshit. Which I told y'all that. Didn't I tell y'all that? I told y'all that I don't think that's how that process works. Okay. So that's my final thought. Until tomorrow night, again, we will ask about Yusha, and she'll get an opportunity to share that here. Okay. Then we get into the Sherelle Duncans, the Duncans versus the Joy of it all. I think Dustin broke this situation down perfectly. That's the one thing I would recommend that y'all go and look at on Carlos's after show. Dustin broke this thing down perfectly. And this is how I think it went down. And y'all know I interviewed the Duncans and I like the Duncans, but here's how I think it went down. I think it went down just like Dustin said. They met. Just like Black said, he already knew who Sherelle was. So you knew her, probably felt a little attracted to her, right? But you were in a situation, you had a girlfriend, whatever, right? Gave her a ride home, y'all exchanged information. Probably ain't nothing go down. You said that there was about a year in between, and y'all probably kept in touch as friends. Maybe y'all were both attracted. Well, clearly y'all were both attracted to each other because y'all are married now 8 years later. But y'all probably kept it cute. Now, Black admitted that he probably said some things that might have been a little inappropriate, but he said it never went past conversations. It never went past text messages. Was that wrong and inappropriate? Sure. Does that make Sherelle a side chick? No, I wouldn't put her in that category. Fast forward a year later, Black circled the block because now his relationship is crumbling. He know that the end is near. He see the light at the end of that tunnel. He packing his go bag. Okay. He circled the block. Him and Sherelle started talking. He said, listen, I'm out of my situation. What's good? She said, what's good? He said, what's up? I said, what's up? 8 years later, we married with a baby. I feel like that's how it went down. Now, the flip side of that is Joy is friends with the girlfriend. Now, Joy said when she was on the Tyler's YouTube channel, she said, listen, I saw text messages. I saw the messages. I feel like both of those things are true. Because Black admitted that maybe he had some inappropriate conversations. Maybe he did. So, but here's the thing we don't know. We don't know the timeline. Because let's be clear. There are times when we are in a relationship by ourselves. Right? You still living here and I'm still living here. And we still together, but we ain't together. So I'm not saying Black is right or wrong. I'm not even saying Joy is wrong for feeling the way she feels. But my problem, and I've said this from the beginning, my problem is with production. Because you made it a storyline, you drug this thing out, and you did not give Black or Sherelle, in my opinion, the proper opportunity to address it. I truly believe, I absolutely believe that Joy refused to film with them. Ain't nobody gonna change my mind about that. And I understand that there's two sides to every story, but everybody ain't lying. Everybody is not lying, and the evidence is clear. We see when Joy is not there. When Sherelle is there, Joy ain't there. That's clear. That's clear. So I believe that Joy, until the cash trip, I feel like Joy just refused to engage in the conversation. And here's the thing. Joy has a right to feel how she feels because that's her friend. She has a right to feel how she feels because that is her friend. But my problem is that production allowed this to drag on unchecked. That's my problem. Moving forward. Right. I don't know I don't think they were intimate. Do I think that maybe he was talking to her? And here's my problem with you, Carlos King. I feel like the way I don't know what it is, because here's what my problem is. The way you came at Sherelle, the aggressiveness that you hit Sherelle with in that exchange that we saw, which clearly was cut up. You could tell it was edited. But the aggressiveness that we saw and the way you came at Sherelle, I felt that was fucked up. Because in the very next moment, you didn't have that same, you didn't have that energy for Carmen. You didn't have that energy for Joy. Hell, you really didn't have that energy for nobody else on that damn stage. When you damn near had clipped it and quit, damn near getting ready to have a WWE match, they had that energy. So I didn't understand where that energy came from with Sherelle. And again, maybe it's something we don't know. Maybe it was some behind the scenes conversations. Maybe you and Sherelle had some issues or whatever. But I was like, where the fuck is all this energy coming from at Sherelle? You allow a narrative to be drugged out for over a year about this woman's character, and you don't understand why she feels some kind of way about it, and you don't understand why she's trying to clear the air. And even in that condescending way that he responded when she said, well, people slide in my DMs all the time, and he was like, but that doesn't make it right, my love. I like it. I felt like that was some real condescending shit, Carlos. And I felt some kind of way because I was like, what you mean? Anyway, let me see what else I got in my notes, Cheryl. Hey, y'all coming in. I'm not ignoring y'all. I was just on one. Y'all know I be getting, y'all know sometimes I just be on one. I just be focused. I was just on one. Okay. Sherelle and Black, tail end of relationship, conversations. I wrote cut up. Oh, cut up. It was edited. That it was edited. Okay. Yusha, I wrote Winter's broom. I'll be honest with you. I didn't care about him throwing the Winter's broom. Winter had been throwing jabs at him the whole time they were sitting there. I don't care about him saying, can I use your broom? I ain't care about that. I felt like some people might make a big deal about it because he was in essence calling her a witch, but I don't care. He didn't say it. He just said, let me get your broom. Joy and Clifton and Carmen and the other throuple have been going on for over 2 years now. Joy upset. Well, I told y'all that, Tracy. You know, I already said what I said about that. I said, stop playing these games. Y'all been doing the whole throuple thing. It was cute and it was funny until it wasn't cute and funny anymore. And I got some words for Miss Karma. Y'all wait. We're going to get there. I got words for Karma. Baby, hold on. Give me a second. Urana ain't do nothing wrong. Urana did what a friend was supposed to do. Let me tell y'all something. Let me tell y'all something. If you call yourself my friend and you are in the company of somebody else who is my friend, is dogging the shit out of me, and I don't hear that from you, we got a problem. The shit that Carmen said at Jamie's retirement party was out of pocket. And I don't care how Carmen slices that apple, it's rotten in the core. Give a fuck. It's rotten in the core. And Urana was supposed to do exactly what the fuck she did. Baby, let me tell you something. I wouldn't have got out of there fast enough. Because here's the reality of the situation. If somebody come up to me and says, hey, isn't so-and-so your best friend? I may not even consider that person my best friend. But if they're my friend and I know you don't fuck with them, yeah, that's my girl. What's up? Carmen, and we only saw the edited version, but Carmen said in that 5 minutes that we saw, Carmen said, Joy ain't my friend. The only reason I'm friends with Joy is because I'm friends with Clifton. I don't like the way Joy moving. I think she's sneaky. She can't be trusted. I don't like the way she doing y'all on this show. I told her not to move. Like, she threw Joy in the street and backed up over her. And Urana was supposed to be wrong? Hell the fuck no. Urana did what the hell Urana was supposed to do. I'm sorry, I keep saying it wrong. Urana. I'm sorry. But she did what she was supposed to do. So anybody that's trying to act like she was wrong or she was being messy, I understand why Ashley didn't call Joy. They wasn't friends. I understand why Winter didn't call Joy. I don't think they was friends like that. But Urana is friends with Joy like that. She was supposed to do exactly what she did. She was supposed to do exactly what she did. Now, moving on from there. Child, I'm sorry. My phone keep going off because I was trying to... This is my fault. Oh, this is my fault. I should not have done this. One of my issues with that piece of Carmen is that she's not Joy's friend. She should have made it plain to her. She's absolutely not her friend. She is absolutely not her friend. Let me hold on. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. She is absolutely not her friend. And I told y'all before, you know what I think is funny? I think it's funny that Winter has been accused of having boyfriends for the show. I think that's what Carmen's doing. But that's my opinion. That's just me. That's just me. That's my opinion, honey. That is my opinion. We're going to get to, like I said, I'm not done with Carmen. I got a whole lot to do with this Carmen thing. Let me go through my notes here. So that was the charade. Okay, I did the okay, let's get, okay, the throuple. Okay, now Carmen tried to say that she felt like Urana was putting seeds in Joy's head about the throuple. No, Urana was just letting Joy understand what it looked like to everybody outside of them and why it's not cute and why it's not a good look. That's what, again, being a friend. Being a friend. Because I said it, I've said this for the last 2 weeks, and I'm going to say it again for the people who ain't heard me say it or the people in the back. Joy, Clifton, and Carmen, they encouraged and entertained the throuple thing collectively. All three of them did it. It was funny. It was cute. It started from when Joy first moved back to Maryland, and they first posted those pictures when they took that road trip to Memphis. And come to find out, it was supposed to be a couple's trip, but that's when Carmen and Donovan broke up, and they said, well, girl, come on and go with us anyway. You can come on, and they made it a threesome, and they started posting. And here's what I know, because I follow all three of them on Instagram, so I know it was collective. It wasn't just one person doing it. All of them were entertaining that shit, and they thought it was funny. All of them were doing it. So I think it's disingenuous of Carmen to fast forward 3 years later, and now all of a sudden you have a problem with that. You didn't have no problem with it before. Why? Oh, because you got a boyfriend now? Well, Joy had a whole husband and you didn't have no issues with it. It's disrespectful to your relationship. You didn't find it disrespectful to Joy and Clifton's relationship? You didn't find it disrespectful that you were posting videos on your Instagram of the two of y'all at lunch and the two of y'all out at events and we couldn't find Joy? It wasn't disrespectful then? Right. They were even hashtagging throuple in their pictures. So now, Carmen, you want Joy to do what? What is it that you want Joy to do? Say it's not true? Another round. Thank you. Another round. She said it is true because Donovan told me he was supposed to go. Exactly. No, Carmen didn't have a boyfriend that whole time. She has a boyfriend now. And that's what she's trying to say. Well, you know, that's disrespectful to my relationship. Girl, it wasn't disrespectful when y'all would like, I'm sorry, this shit, y'all can go down there. Well, if they ain't deleted all now, y'all can go down their Instagram timeline for the last 3 years and see that shit has been up there multiple times. Again, I follow them on social media from Ready to Love. So I know what I'm talking about. Now, here's my issue. Because y'all know I'm going to cut through all that bullshit that went back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Right. When Joy was in Mexico, you saw more pictures of Clifton. And I think they said that at the, I don't know if that was on the after show or on the reunion shot. At this point, it's blended together. But yeah, they said that. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to do 3 things at one time. I'm almost done with this, though. So it's like I sent out something, and literally as soon as I went live, it came back. So that's my apologies. I'm trying to finish it up. So here's the thing. Here's the Joy Carmen of it all. I'm gonna tell you. Y'all want to know what it is? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Here's the Joy and Clifton of it all. Carmen never liked Joy. Carmen never liked Joy. Carmen became friends with Joy to keep access to her friend Clifton. Now, I'm not going to get into whether she wants Clifton or not. That ain't my business. I don't know. That's their thing. Don't know, don't care. However, she never liked Joy. She said it. If you were listening and you were paying attention, she told y'all. She said, well, I think it's respectful if you're friends with the guy that you're friends with their significant other so that there's no problems. You became friends, or you fostered a friendship with Joy because you wanted to keep access to Clifton. That is it. That's all. And here's the thing. I'm not mad about that. Listen, I told y'all, I'm the tomboy. I have more male friends than female friends. And I have gone through this. Listen, I have gone through this. Let's be clear. So I understand let me be cool with the significant other because I don't want no smoke. I literally had one of my best friends, his girlfriend broke up with him, and I was the reason. And I felt bad. I mean, in the moment, I felt bad. In hindsight, child, it wasn't supposed to happen. But in the moment, I really felt bad because she was like, well, whenever there's a problem, you're calling her. Whenever we have a fight, you're getting her advice. And he was like, would it be different if she were a man? Because there's nothing going on. I'm just talking to her because she's my friend. Well, I'm not comfortable with that. I'm not comfortable with that. So I understand that, but here's what I've never done. I've never pretended that it's more than what it is. I'm cool with you. I'm not calling you to hang out. But I'm cool with you. I don't want you to feel no threat. I don't want you to feel no kind of way. I don't want him. I knew him before you. If we wanted something to go down, it went down. I don't want him. He don't want me. It's cool. But remember, Clifton and Carmen had gotten close while Joy wasn't even here. So when Joy came back, she was the odd man out of that throuple. She was odd man out. And once the relationship between, and we're going to get to Carmen's ambition to be on the show in a second, because I think that played a part in this as well. But once the relationship between Carmen and Joy dissolved, Clifton, you were supposed to end that relationship with Carmen. Period. Full stop. And nobody should have had to tell you to do it. You know why nobody should have had to tell you to do it, Clifton? Because I recall 2 episodes ago when I was sitting outside, it was cold as hell. And I was like, why the fuck y'all outside? It's cold as hell, talking about her birthday party. But remember that scene when y'all was sitting outside with the laptop and your winter coats and the cold ass? Yeah. And remember when she was telling you about her conversation with Ashley and how she was telling you that Ashley was like, I really want to be your friend, but I don't like your husband. Remember what you said in your confessional, Clifton? Remember what you said? You said, I don't understand how you could want to be friends with somebody that don't like your significant other. Remember when you said that, Clifton? That came out of your mouth. You said, I don't understand how you want to be friends with somebody that don't like your significant other. But then the same way you expected her to not be cool with Ashley is the same way you were supposed to end your friendship with Carmen. Now, if y'all still had a business relationship, that's fine. Handle your business. But y'all weren't supposed to be friends anymore. And I'm using by your own logic. By your own logic, y'all wasn't supposed to be friends no more. Then your wife is telling you that's what she needs from you. And y'all know what Cliff kept saying? I really feel like y'all can figure out a way to make this work. Even after sitting through, we saw the edited version of that back and forth between Joy and Carmen. Even sitting through the edited version of the conversation between Joy and Carmen, you think there's a road to reconciliation with the two of them? You really see a path between the two of them to get to another? You see that? And even at the end, Carlos said again, Clifton, what do you think you need to do? Da-da-da-da-da. He said, I mean, I really feel like, that they could just, hopefully they'll find a way to work this out. This woman just sat there and said, the only reason why I was friends with your wife is because I wanted to stay friends with you. You saw on camera where this woman dogged your wife out. You saw it on camera where this woman talked about your wife. You saw that. And you still want to find a way to preserve the friendship in air quotes, between Joy and Carmen. Clifton, that should have been a no-brainer. That should have been automatic. Boom. That That should have been automatic. And did y'all catch the body language? Now, again, this reunion was taped in August. They still together, and I'm glad for them. I love Black Love, and I like Joy and Clifton. I really do. But he did not touch her. The whole time we saw them on that couch, he didn't touch her. Joy kept putting her arm in his lap. Joy kept touching him. I saw nothing. Even in that moment, even later on, which we're going to get to when she's opening up about how she's been feeling in the marriage, nothing. Nothing from Clifton. Nothing. And it really made me feel like, I'm going to be honest with y'all, and I've said this before too, it really made me feel like Joy is not the one that wanted to be on this show. It really made me feel like Carmen and Clifton were the ones that wanted to be on this show. I mean, y'all tell me. Y'all tell me what y'all think. Y'all tell me what y'all think. I get the impression that this is not, and I've said that before. That I don't even think that this is what Joy wanted. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. I'm almost done. I apologize. I'm almost done. Because I'm trying to do two things at once. Okay. All right, let's get into, and I'm going to get to my notes because right now I'm just going off the top of my head. So I want to make sure I got all my notes. All right. Give me 2 seconds, and I'm 2 seconds, and y'all got my full attention. I apologize. Okay. Y'all have my full attention. All right. I had sent something out, and the people were responding, and it was time sensitive. But I should have done it either after I did this or earlier before. But anyway, I'm done now. Okay. She's been a supportive wife. Now, him being sassy and Ashley filed for that. So no, Joy should have knocked the blank out of him for Carmen and slapped Ashley in her mouth. Oh, wow. You valid this morning, Waist Beats by Bree. I still don't listen. My opinion hasn't changed. I still don't like the sassy comments. I still don't like the wording that Ashley used, although I understand her sentiment. I still don't like the wording, but I understand her sentiment. Okay, let's get into this. So let me get to my notes, y'all. Were you attacked? Were you attached to Carmen? Talked around. Oh. Here's the other thing. I don't know if y'all caught this. I can't even read my own notes. It is very homophobic, and that's why I said that before. Let me say this. Did y'all catch when Carlos asked Clifton, were you attracted to Carmen? Did anybody peep that Clifton never answered the question? Clifton said, all of the women on the show were attractive, but I had made my choice. Joy was my choice. And then Carlos came back around and said, I want to say, Carlos asked it a different way, but he asked the same question. I forgot how he worded. He asked if they were ever intimate, and both of them have said no to that. He asked something else, and then he tried to double back. Well, do you find Carmen attractive? No, are you? What did he say? Sexually attractive? However he worded it. But Clifton never answered the question, y'all. He talked around it, but he never said yes or no. He never answered the question. I put that in my notes. I sure did. Well, I must have been sleepy last night, child. I can't read these notes. Clifton thought they would work it out. Child, if y'all could see these notes. Clifton thought they would work it out. I already talked about that. So then we get to probably the most shocking moment of the whole reunion. the unseen footage of Joy saying she wasn't happy. Now, Carlos explained in his after show that the reason why it was unseen, you know, they continue to film green screens on most reality shows. They continue to film green screens even after they're done filming the show. So that green screen was filmed after they were done filming the show. That still doesn't explain why they didn't put it somewhere in one of these episodes, but not my big. Because couldn't that have been a whole storyline? Could that not have been a whole storyline for Joy and Clifton? If they had shown us that confessional, could that not have been a conversation that Joy and Clifton had to have? Especially after the Carmen thing fell out? I'm just saying. Instead of having us worried about whether Black cheated on his ex-girlfriend 10 years ago with Sherelle. The fuck? Don't nobody care? Listen. The only person that still care about whether Sherelle and Black had an affair 10 years ago, maybe, is Joy's best friend. And here's how insignificant that storyline is. We don't even know that lady's name. We don't even know that lady's name. And that's no disrespect to her. But, ma'am, she became a whole storyline. And we don't even know her name. All we know is she Joy friend. We never seen her film. Let me say this. And maybe she didn't want to film. But I would have even been okay with us seeing a conversation with her and Joy. Because at this point, all we have is Joy's word for what she said her friend told her. That is all we have. We have Sherelle and Black telling us their story. Whether you like them or not, whether you believe them or not, they're telling us their story. All we have is is Joy talking about what her friend told her however many years ago. Anyway. And who said it was Joy's best friend? When did we find that out? Because hell, we thought Joy said Carmen was her best friend. Carmen said, no, ma'am. No, that's not accurate. I'm just saying. All right. So Joy said she wasn't happy. Joy was very emotional. She said she wasn't happy with a lot of things. Her marriage. I don't think she was happy on the show. I don't think her career is in a place where she wanted it to be at that time. She said she did not feel protected by Clifton. One way she doesn't feel protected by Clifton, like we already said, was the fact that Clifton continues to have a relationship with Carmen. What that says to her is, F your feelings. Because she put aside her whole friendship with Ashley based on the fact that Ashley can't get past her dislike for Clifton. She said, well, I like you. We saw, I like you, Ashley, but I love Clifton and I love Carmen more. She chose her husband over you, which she should have. She was supposed to. But you didn't do the same for her. When you were put in that same position, you didn't do the same for her. As far as Deep Creek is concerned, first of all, y'all know that was editing. That woman went around the whole room and talked to everybody in there. But all they showed us was her interaction with Joy. I feel like, and again, y'all know I got a whole thing for production. I know I've been talking a long time, y'all. I'm gonna drop the link in a few minutes because we almost done with this episode. But I got a few things to say, and then I'm gonna drop the link. I'm gonna let y'all come up and share what y'all want to share. Because I got a whole list for production. Here's an example of what I mean when I say production fucked up. That I put a lot of this on production. Why not show us this woman's interaction with the other people? We didn't need to see the whole thing, but I think for us as an audience, it discredited, which I think production did on purpose. I don't know I don't know if Clifton is friends with production or what, but I feel like them showing the intuitive only talking to Joy and making it look like it was a setup, making it look like that woman made a beeline for Joy and came at Joy and harped on Joy and was even not necessarily accurate about some of the information. I feel like it was purposefully done that way for us to feel like, oh my gosh, look at how they teamed. Look at how they're bullying Joy. Look at how they set Joy up. Look at how they teamed up on Joy. Oh my gosh. The fact that whole scene, that woman went around the room and talked to everybody in that room and we saw none of that. It looked like that woman walked in the door, sat down and said, Joy, and went for her. What happened to Clifton's? Now, I don't know nothing about Clifton's job. I don't know nothing about his job. I don't get in people's business like that. Yes, really, be production is the problem. It is. We're going to get that healthcare work up. We're going to get there because I got But I feel like as a viewer, I feel bamboozled because now I feel like you're manipulating. I mean, production is all about manipulation. But I feel like, once again, for whatever reason, Joy and Clifton got the sympathetic edit. Because now the rest of us were like, that was messed up. She was set up. Why would they come at her like that? So in knowing that woman went around the room and talked to everybody in that room, I feel a little differently about that situation. Shout out. Thank you guys. It's 181 of y'all in the room. If you haven't hit that like button, if you could do so, please, and thank you. If you are new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you all. And listen, that's free 99. But if you want to tip, if you want to send a donation, listen, they are not required, but they are appreciated and accepted. And I appreciate that. Joy and Clifton seem like they are ready to throw in the towel where the show is concerned. I think they should listen. I've been saying it from the beginning, and my opinion has not changed. Now, Carlos did say something on his after show last night, and it made me wonder, Carlos, you've been looking at my reviews? Carlos, have you been looking at my reviews? Because you said something last night that I've been saying. Hold on, y'all. I know this is so unprofessional. Hold on. I'll be right back. Okay. Hold on. Chef Don Don said, what Chef Don Don say? Hold on. Chef Don Don said, because they're talking about production. Hold on. What you say about production, Chef Don Don? Hold on. Don Don said we missing 100 likes. I know that's not right. I know that can't be right. Hold on. Hold on. What do you, Don Don, drop it in the chat. Okay, Ready to Love is lighthearted entertainment. So here's what I'm saying to you guys. I see somebody said that Kingdom Reign Entertainment produces. Right. Carlos produces. Okay, listen to what I'm telling y'all. Carlos's company produces the show, but it's subcontracted out to a local production company. You understand what I'm saying? Carlos is not boots on the ground. He is not physically here. He hires a local production company to do the show. That's the same thing Ready to Love does. Ready to Love hires local people, a local production company. Now, do they bring people in that like do the whole, like, you know, that move around? Yes. But they hire local people. And my suspicion has been, and my suspicion still is, that there were people that worked on Ready to Love that were working on Love and Marriage DC. That's my suspicion. And that's still my suspicion. And I think that is why there was some familiarity between Carmen, Joy, and Clifton, and why there were certain things that went down. Now, that's my opinion. Because I don't understand why it seemed like Joy and Clifton were able to do the things that they did. And I'm gonna get to a really big example that came up last night that really had my jaw. When it came up, my jaw dropped. I said, whoa. Because even down to, I told y'all, I do believe that, anyway. All right, let me finish going through my notes because I'm talking. I'm doing too much talking. So Clifton said that he didn't feel like, he said, well, you were engaging in the conversation at Deep Creek, so I thought you were good. Yeah, Joy was definitely, because well, Carlos said that. Carlos said Joy didn't know we were going to play it. Nobody on the cast knew we were going to play that clip. And I think that's kind of effed up. You blindsided that woman because the reunion is really supposed to, I mean, even though she said it in her confessionals, but I'm sure there's a lot of stuff they say in their confessionals that we never see. So to bring that up at the end of the reunion, I thought that was kind of effed up. But I mean, honestly, I think that's the most we got out of Joy the whole season, but I still think it was effed up the way they did it. Now, with that being said, let me get into my notes, DJ Richie Sky notes. Okay. According to Ashley, and I know some of y'all don't like Ashley, take it how you want it. Oh, come back around to Carlos watching my reviews. Remind me so I can explain to y'all what I mean by that. I ain't forget. Remind me. Ashley said that she knew Sherelle even before her and Black were together. They've been friends for years, and she's never heard the side chick story. She's never heard the conversation about the side chick until Joy said it on the show. They said that the storyline dragged on because Joy refused to film. So the reason why that storyline dragged on is because Joy refused to film with them. Here's the thing that was said that made my jaw drop. And this is when I said, oh yes, they are absolutely getting preferential treatment. Joy and Clifton were excused from filming. They missed Ashley's book signing, and they missed another event because they were down in Grenada, right? And remember Joy said in her confessional, well, after that Deep Creek trip, we needed some relaxation. We needed a real vacation. We needed some rest. Only to find out they were filming another reality show on a competing network. So let me get this straight. Joy and Clifton were allowed to miss filming on Love and Marriage DC so that they could go film another reality show on a competing network. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? And to put an exclamation point on that, Winter said that she didn't talk about the exact opportunity, but I'm going to ask her about it tomorrow night. But Winter said that when she went to production about an opportunity that she had, she was told, well, you have an exclusivity clause. You can't do that. So Winter was not allowed to do something that she had an opportunity to do because her exclusivity clause. Yet it's still Joy and Clifton were allowed to go film a whole nother reality show on a competing network. Bravo, Below Deck. I said, wait, what? And then, and I'm going to tell you what else I know. I know that there are other cast, I ain't going to say no names because Winter said that publicly, but I know other cast members have had other opportunities in this year-long hiatus that they have not been able to take advantage of because they're still under contract with Kingdom Reign because they don't know what's going on with the show. And there have been other cast members that have not been able to take up certain opportunities. Could that have been in their contracts? That's not the point. Again, preferential treatment. I mean, now let's be clear. You negotiate your contracts. That's fine. I know people who are in entertainment law and they negotiate the contract. Now, listen, I'm gonna tell you something. A friend of mine who was in entertainment law told me that they have seen these contracts from Carlos King, and they are terrible. The contracts are bad. And unless you have a good lawyer that negotiates for you, yeah, they're bad. So, Kim, that's a valid point. Maybe they negotiated that. You are absolutely correct. Maybe they negotiated that, but I doubt it. But maybe they did. Maybe they did, but I doubt it. But I don't know that to be a fact. But I doubt it. I don't look at Below Deck, so I didn't look at it. Now, with that being said, I think that was hold on, let me double check. Let me see if let me check my phone. I got one more place to check some notes. Let me check my phone, child. Let me check my phone. Got one more place to check these notes. Okay. Because I was taking notes last night. Yusha lied about the Ready to Love. I talked about that. Oh, Yusha went on the news, child, and said that he was one of the stars of the show. Sir, you are barely a friend of. And Winter said these were the kinds of things that were, making her, She said that she felt like he did have an infatuation with Joy. Now, DJ Richie Sky brought up a good point about this whole infatuation with Joy situation because everybody was like, is it from Ready to Love, Ready to Love, Ready to Love? But DJ Richie Sky said, Yusha's been friends with Black for years. They've been friends. Remember they said that they used to work together and they had been friends for years. He said, he brought up the point. He said, maybe Yusha already knew who Joy was going back to the Mumbo Sauce days. And maybe he's always had a crush or something on Joy. Because Winter also brought up the fact that when Yusha said he reached out to Joy after Deep Creek, Cliff ain't know nothing about that phone call. And Winter said that Yusha was always very respectful about talking to the other women. Like she said, he would never talk directly with Irena. He would always go through Jamie out of respect. So why would he go straight to Joy about what happened, after Deep Creek and not go through Cliff? Why wouldn't he bring Cliff in on the conversation? He always did that when it came to Sherelle and Black and when it came to Irena and Jamie. Joy and Cliff, they said that at the reunion, Joy and Clifton admitted that they were trying to get a wedding special on, but that was cut out. Said they admitted at the reunion that they were trying to get a wedding special, but that was cut out of the reunion. Now, Carlos, you don't think that's something you should have explored deeper? You don't feel like that's a conversation that we should have known as viewers? Because have we not all been suspecting that? Have we not all been asking, well, why the hell were they hiding and lying about their wedding? Why were they lying and hiding about the wedding? And then come to find out, Carmen was like, I knew that they got married. Well, then who the fuck didn't know? If Carmen knew and Ashley knew and Arena knew, who the hell didn't know they was married? And I'm not shocked by that because I've been telling y'all that. I'm not shocked by that. However, it goes back to, was that supposed to be your storyline? And like Ashley said, Ashley brought up a good point. Ashley said production made the storyline about why I told, not why did you lie. They never pressed them about why they lied about being married. That could have been a whole, because remember she had Arena out looking at dresses and they had whole conversations about, I don't know if I want to have a wedding because of my dad and because of this and because of that. Like they had that was your storyline until Ashley fucked it up. That was your storyline. And why, again, as viewers, why did it become more about why Ashley told and not why were you lying? Again, not just lying, but you had us really out here going on this whole wedding journey with you. Right. His kids didn't know, but everybody else knew. Right. Remember she said the kids didn't know, the family didn't know. So everybody else knew except for the people, the family and the kids. Everybody else knew. I'm dropping the link because I'm pretty much done. I'm going to give y'all my last little piece on production. Remember, you do not have to show your face on camera, but I do need to verify backstage that you are a real person. You're not just somebody coming up here to cause no problems. Now, I'm going to press Winter on this more tomorrow night, as much as she's comfortable sharing. But Winter spoke about the whole conflict with her and the Tylers and that whole situation. She said that production never intervened. She was talking about not feeling protected the way Sherelle said she didn't feel protected. And she alluded to the fact with production not intervening as it related to what was going on. She said once Jamie did that video that they put on their channel where they played the phone call with the guy, she said she was getting death threats. She said people were all in. Well, let me not put words in her mouth. Let me not put words in her mouth. I don't think she said death threats, but she said that she was getting a lot of threats. She was getting a lot of people coming at her, and she went to production. She asked production to intervene and nothing was done. And she said as it related, it ended up costing her something very personal. She didn't say what it was. So I'm going to ask her tomorrow and see if she'll open up a little bit more about that. I don't know. And I don't know what she could have possibly been speaking on, but she said, so when she says that she doesn't feel like she was protected, that's what she's talking about. Now, let me say this last little piece about production. And y'all check out Another Round. That's my boo thing. She be breaking the stuff down too. Y'all make sure y'all check it out, please. Okay. Let me say this. Whoever Carlos hired to be the boots on the ground for this show did a piss poor job, in my opinion. Carlos said a couple of weeks ago, when he was with Ashley, when he did the after show with Ashley and Winter, I don't know, this might have been maybe after episode 3 or 4 dropped. And he did, y'all can go to Ashley's channel and just go and find it. It's Carlos. Carlos is in the thumbnail, so you'll know which one it is. He told them, I do not watch all of the raw footage. He said, I don't have time to watch all of the raw footage. He said the production team on the ground, they put the show together. He said, by the time I see it when it's finished. I see the show when it is finished. So then for Carlos to turn around and say what does and doesn't happen in production and who does and doesn't, Who do you think that Joy is special enough that she can just not show up and she can just not film? Sir, how would you know? Because you just said you don't deal with the raw footage. You only look at the finished product. So I say, whoever these boots on the ground, piss ass poor. Piss ass poor. Okay, I see you, boo. You can turn your camera off. Okay, I'm gonna bring Devonna up. Hey, Devonna, how you doing, boo?
Hey, I'll be on camera. I don't care.
Okay. I know.
Look, just throw the turban on and just let it go. But I'm really happy.
Right.
That's my first time being on your show, and I'm happy to be on it. I always look at you and DJ Richie Scott because y'all are from the area, so it gives more context to everything. But it was just like a couple points that me and High Vibe was over there, like just on the same note. I wanted to address. I honestly feel like Clifton wanted to do the show. He gives me like swindler, grifter type of vibes in a way. Like, and even I don't think that he actually is attracted to Carmen in that regard to like want to be in a relationship with Carmen. Because Carmen gives off the type of woman that Clifton gonna have to come a little bit harder financially. And I don't think that he's in that place. He does not give me that. Like, me being honest of what even I will be looking for in a man, he does not seem like he has that type of establishment financially. And I'm trying my hardest to be politically correct,
I
but he's not as
understand.
and
I'm picking up what you putting down, girl.
Okay. And so he's not going to be able to get a Carmen anyway, but they friends. That I do think that they both find each other attractive. They are both very attractive people, Joy included, right?
Yeah.
So it's always going to be some type of like energy within that. I do agree with other viewers saying that Carmen was wrong. Like, I can't really imagine like stroking my male friend that is in a relationship beard on camera. Like, I think that there's other ways to actually promote his beard oil. I would find that disrespectful to even me as a single woman. You kind of cock blocking me because I don't even want you to think that I'm interested in him. But there's other ways that maybe we can hire a model to stroke your beard or stroke another man's beard or something like that, I think that he got close. He is very adamant on wanting to have a relationship and get the relationship with Carmen and Joy resolved because it helps him. It's clear, like you said, Joy does not want to be on the show. She is a very like reserved like person. She does not open up. Her communication skills are absolutely deplorable. There is no reason that your husband should be finding out for the first time that you're unhappy with him being a supportive person to you and being in defense of you. And she shuts down when you do call her out on it. She talks around in a circle instead of just addressing what it is. When you did this, this was the cause, this is the effect, and this is what I need to change. It's really not that difficult to give that feedback. And then she gets defensive, she shuts down, and it's like, I don't want to talk to you, this is over. And she's done that with like all of those relationships. And I do agree with you when it comes to production that it is, I think that production actually has a relationship or something with Carmen. And that was the leeway because it's been explained that Carmen actually helped them get on this show.
Right.
Carmen has the relationships with all of these people.
Right.
Not Joy, not Clifton. They came from Blue's Clues. Like, we don't know where the hell they came from. And so I'm like, no, it's clear that. And so obviously she's also been on the side.
Oh, look at the puppy.
Sorry, my puppy. He got to sit on my lap or he gonna be barking the whole time. But this is Bo, y'all. But
hey, he's a cutie.
Thank you. So I think that Carmen did initially want to be on the show. I do agree with you. I was wrong when you like, no, she did not have a boyfriend in the very beginning. I've been following these people for a long time. She was single. If she was doing that, then she was damn dead wrong. Sorry, not sorry. But past that, I really do believe that all of this stuff has been a ploy to continue to be on the show, because more fame gets you more opportunities to get you, not just for the beard oil, but to just get some money, and you ain't got no damn money because we don't see you going to work nowhere. We don't see you working nowhere. Like I just and I just don't understand it. You don't have an out of the country job like Joy, and then y'all live all the way far out. Everybody said they ain't got no furniture, so it's just like not adding up, and we're not talking about that. Well, I just don't understand why we're not talking about that. And I don't know why I was triggered by Carlos in a way, that instance when he said my love to
Sherelle, it was very condescending.
It was so condescending and so disrespectful. And even if she was a side chick or a side dish or a coleslaw, that's 10 years. You think that we would be talking to what's her name that started with an A from Housewives? I mean, Love and Marriage, Huntsville. If her and Martell got together and got married 10 years later, honestly, when you gonna let it go? Like, I don't even think Melanie would be more like, because at this point, that would be their kid's stepmom, right?
That if they had got married.
Yes, but they were never married, and I agree with that part too. Like, and then why you cut it out? They make it like none of the other cast even defended the Duncans at all, and it makes Sherelle, like, who has a very like a louder voice, and makes her look, to us as Black women, makes her look even more angry because her build is bigger, and is this big angry Black woman. I don't like that. That's wrong as hell for people to be doing that. And you don't even watch the show. You're not even hands-on with DC the way you are with Bell Collective and Huntsville. And you're just watching clips and like the rest of us as an audience. And then you're picking sides and you're clearly showing favoritism, the same thing that you go around about and say about Andy. And I just thought that was so disrespectful. It was extremely disrespectful to their marriage and their family and their kids. Like, I was like, what? So that's all I had to say.
No problem. Thank you so much. And I appreciate you coming up. And hey, Bo. Bye, Bo.
Hey, Bo. Say bye-bye, y'all.
All right, bye-bye.
I'll be in the comments.
Okay, thanks, my love.
Bye.
So while Devonna was up here, baby, Chef Don Don went on a little deep dive. And Chef Don Don basically confirmed what I just said, which was the production for Ready to Love. The people who are here in DC that did production on Ready to Love also worked on Love and Marriage DC. So I'm not saying that my theory is correct. I'm just saying that I felt like there was some crosses there and there was some already established relationships. Hold on. Let me do that. Let me pin it. Okay. So here's what so let me say this, and then if don't nobody come up, chat, I'm going to get out of here. Maybe I'm going to come back later. We're going to talk about Amanda Seales because I have an unpopular opinion about Miss Amanda. So I'll let y'all come and fight with me, honey. I'll let y'all come and fight with me. Okay. Hold on. Let me pin it. I can't pin it from here. Tracy, I might have to, if I make you, are you a managing mod, Tracy? I thought Tracy was a managing mod. If not, I'm going to have to make you a managing mod, Tracy, and then you can pin stuff because I can't. Oh, here it is. Hold on. I pinned it. Okay. All right. Here was my suggestion. And Carlos said this. So Carlos alluded to the fact that the show is coming back. He alluded to the fact that the show is coming back. So Winter has said unequivocally she is not coming back. I understand and I respect that decision, but I do think it would be great to see her and Ashley as their friendship has developed and they've become friends. I told you guys a long time ago that if I was bringing the show back, I'm gutting it. I'm gutting the show. It would just be the Tylers and I will build around them. Period. they understand the game that Carlos King is playing. That's the nicest way I can say that. They understand the game that Carlos King is playing, and they're playing the game, and they're successful. They're good at it, and that is, there's no shade to that. That is like no shade. Okay, there's no shade to that. With that being said, though, if they were to bring this show back with Ashley, Carlos said last night what I told y'all, what I've been saying. The only way that this show, I think, could ever come back with the Tylers and anybody else that's already on the show, minus Winter, who says she's not coming back, and the Duncans, they said they ain't coming back. You need to throw their asses in a house. The first 3 episodes of the season should be Ayala Van Zant style retreat. And I'm dead serious. You bring Ashley and Quick, you bring Jamie and Urena, you bring Joy and Clifton, and whatever new couple. No, the new couple don't need to be there. They ain't got nothing to do with this. Leave them over there. If you're bringing those 3 couples back, you put them in a house, and we need to have therapy. We need to have the 3 women in a room and talking it out. We need to have the men in a room and talking it out. We need to have the couples together and talking it out. And then we need to have some activities. And that is my opinion, period. Why Carlos said that last night? Uncle Andy, I don't know who you are. I need to see you before I can bring you up on my screen. I've never seen you in my chat, and I don't know who you are, sir. No disrespect, but I need to see you. Do I have my stuff set on subscriber mode only? I feel like I don't. Because that's the second person that then came up here. Uncle Andy, I'm getting ready to kick you out. I either need to see you on screen, backstage, or I'm getting ready to kick you out my studio, sir. Okay. I don't know who this is, y'all. I've never seen an Uncle Andy. So we're going to kick Uncle Andy out. I don't know who that is. Yes. You can go, sir. All right. I didn't think so, because that's part of the reason why I said it like that. Hold on, y'all. Let me, but yeah, Carlos said something the same thing. He said that he felt like they need to sit down and have some therapy, that the couples need to work this out. He said, I feel like if I just put them in a room that we can get this all worked out. I said, Carlos, you've been listening to me. Because that's what I had said. Have you been listening to me, Carlos King? Because honestly, I don't see a path here. After listening, let me tell you something. Ashley said it's to the dirt. After Urena brought up her, the young lady that lives with her and questioned her parenting and basically said that she was an unfit parent, that she just gets drunk all day. Ashley said that's to the dirt. The Tylers said it's to the dirt with them because of the things that Ashley's been saying. I don't know if there's a path, y'all. And that's why I say I think Carlos needs to just gut it. I really do. Do I think Ashley is good for TV? Yeah, I think Ashley has a great personality. I think she's beautiful and I think she's talented. Do I think this is a good... I could see Ashley do a show like Bell Collective. Like if they were to do like a DC version of Bell Collective, I could definitely see something like that. Because Ashley has a very entrepreneurial spirit. And it's not based on couples. Like Bell Collective, it's not based around a couple, because Quick don't want to do it. Quick is like, get somebody else to do it. He don't want it. He don't want to be a part of it. He doesn't want to film. He doesn't want to do it. So I feel like that's another reason why I don't know if Ashley, because Quick don't want to do it. She said that. She said that herself. So I just don't know if that works. I just don't know if that works. Mr. Talk Yo Ish. Okay, I see you backstage. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. I'm bringing you up. Give me a second, sir. I'm bringing you up. Yes, sir.
Good evening, good morning.
Hey, how are you?
Hey, you got a sister name? You tried it?
Okay. That's why I put my banner up, y'all, because I said I don't know these people. I changed it now, y'all. My apologies. That's why I put subscriber mode on, because it cuts down on like the trolls and stuff. So my apologies, you guys. Because when I don't know these people, I don't know these people. All right. Let me read a couple of these. Comments, and then we're gonna get out of here. If Urana comes back, we need that first season of Raina to come back. Ooh, Quick is a brand, doesn't want the negativity. But that's why I feel like a Bell Collective would be a better fit, because then it doesn't rely on the couples. Ashley, you know what I'm saying? Because again, I think Ashley makes for good TV, and I could definitely see Ashley in an ensemble with women based around being entrepreneurs, based around being bad bitches. And DC, I mean, because I even think, even though I don't think Sherelle would ever F with another Kingdom Reign production, but Sherelle is an entrepreneur. I think she would be great for that. Winter is an entrepreneur. I think she would be great in a show built around women, especially Black women, being entrepreneurs in this space. Now, to be honest with you, of course, it's reality TV and we want drama, right? Of course we do. I mean, we want a little bit of drama. We want a little bit of, woo, woo, woo. But I think that a show based around entrepreneurs, thank you another round for becoming a member, my love. Thank you. I think that would be great. And I'm going to be honest with you, Ashley, I feel like is connected enough that she could probably do it herself. Ashley could probably produce her own show. She might have to do it on her YouTube channel, right? But she's been building up her YouTube channel. Winter's been building up her YouTube channel. I feel like Ashley, Winter, Sherelle, and maybe 2 or 3 other friends, I feel like they could put together a production team and they could film the things that they do as entrepreneurs, the philanthropic work that they do. I feel like they could put something like that together. And of course, like I said, of course we want a little bit of drama. We want y'all to disagree. We want y'all to have a few moments, but we don't want this drawn out bull hockey. We just don't. My interview with the Duncans was legit my favorite. They had me cry. Listen, let me tell y'all how they had me laughing. I really wanted to invite Sherelle to come back, but I don't think she wants to talk about anything dealing with this show, but I just think she is funny. Sherelle is hilarious. Oh, that would be another round. Friends with no D should be the title. That would be great. You know what? That would be great. That would be funny. Yes, Friends with no D. Yeah, I mean, if I were Ashley, I understand Ashley feeling like she feels. Again, I think dirt has been thrown on both sides. I mean, let's be honest. Dirt has been thrown on both sides. But I understand how both of them are at this space right now. I understand how they're both at this space of, we ain't doing this no more. We're not moving any further. You really like who Sherelle? Sherelle is hilarious. And let me tell you why I love Sherelle. Sherelle is so damn DC. Oh my gosh, she's so DC. The accent, listen, I'm loud like Sherelle. Like, I am loud like that. Sherelle is loud, I'm loud. Okay, so that's why I be cracking up, because I know her. She is me, I am her. So I am done. Well, we're going to talk to Winter tomorrow night, and then we're going to go to this Mother's Day situation. Ashley confirmed she will be there, and we know that Irena and Joy are on the flyers, so we know the 3 of them will be there. I told y'all I bought the VIP pass, unless Carlos see me and put me out, honey, unless he put me on the do not admit list, child. I do have the meet and greet, so I will be in the meet and greet. Okay, I will be in the meet and greet. I have to, I'm gonna have to reach out to somebody. I don't want nobody saying nothing about me being fake when I post my picture with Carlos. I don't want y'all to be like, really, B, you be dogging Carlos out, and then you took a picture with Carlos? Yeah. I'm going to do it because I paid the extra money for the meet and greet. So I'm going to be meeting and greeting with my camera phone. I am. So don't nobody say nothing because I'm taking a picture with Carlos. And I'm going to tell him, I'm going to say, Carlos, you've been looking at my reviews? You heard what I had to say? Yes, I'm gonna get my perks. I paid for them. I pay extra. I'm sitting in the front. My tickets, my seats. I am in an assigned seating area. I am in the front, so they gonna see my fat ass. Okay, I'm right there. I'm gonna take my picture with Arena. I'm gonna take my picture with Ashley. I'm gonna take my picture with Joy. If they'll take the picture with me. If y'all don't see no picture, that's because they said hell nah. DJ Richie Scott said he gonna be there. I already talked to DJ Richie Scott at the Kempire thing, but I'm gonna go up to him and say, "You remember me? How you doing?" Dustin said he was coming, so Dustin may be there as well. Dustin said he was coming. So I don't know who else might come through. Maybe some housewives might come through. You know, maybe some of the Potomac people might come through. Who is Carlos cool with on Potomac? I think Giselle mad at him right now because you know he kind of gave Giselle a 1-2 with this reunion. Mia might come through because you know she loved Carlos because Carlos says she's the future of Potomac. Candace might come through because Candace is friends in real life with Ashley. And so she might come through because she's friends in real life with Ashley. Who else might come through? Kern might come through. Kern, y'all know I love the Grand Dame. Y'all think Ashley would come through? You think Joy be the only one to say no? Joy look at me like, But listen, and another round, you remember, I'm about to get off of here. I'm about to get off in a minute. Another round, you'll remember. If you remember me from the panel, from Kamisha panel, I was on the panel during that season of Ready to Love. I defended Joy. After that reunion and everybody was dogging Joy out, baby, I had her back. I defended Joy. So you could be mad at me, Joy, about what I said about Love and Marriage DC, but I had your back. Okay? After that reunion, when everybody was turning their backs on you, did I see the new official Real Housewives? I saw the new, you talking about the new, the add-on, the lady they just added? It's going to be interesting. She's coming in through Karen. Y'all know Karen good for bringing somebody on the show and then throwing them under the bus. So we're going to see what happens. I love Karen. Oh, I love you so, Karen. What up, Phil? The Kaya made a nice, nasty comment on Twitter. About who? Phil, you want to come up for a few minutes? I'm about to get off of here. You want to come up? The link? Do you see the link? You want to come up for a few minutes, Phil? Y'all know Phil always give me the blues, child. Phil owe me brunch. Me and Phil was supposed to do brunch a year ago. Phil, you owe me brunch. You owe me a mimosa. Phil, you owe me a mimosa. Me and Phil supposed to find. Here he come. Here come my boo. I'm going to let Phil close out the show, y'all. I'm going to let Phil close out the show. He trying to get connected. Okay, Phil, I'm going to trust that this is you. Right, Phil loves to give me a hard time. Hold on, let me make sure this is Phil because, you know, sometimes these trolls, even though I got it, I changed the setting. There you go. Okay, you can come off camera. I see you, baby. Phil's so cute. He need to come on camera. He's a cutie for real, y'all. Phil, are you single? I'm going to try to hook you up. Are you single, Phil?
I'm single, but I'm a government worker. You know, I can't be messing all that up.
That's true. You're right. I don't want to. Oh, yeah, you're right. I respect you. Well, you know, I respect that. But I mean, Phil, you a little cute. I'm about to find you. I'm going to have to try to hook you up.
Yes, we do have to go to brunch. Yes, we got to get brunch.
Yes. Well, you know, my summer is very flexible, and my birthday is this summer. So I celebrate my birthday, and this is a milestone birthday. So I'm going to be celebrating the whole year. So we definitely need to hook up.
And we're both born in July as well.
You a July baby too? What you a Leo? You a Leo?
Yep, I'm a Leo.
I knew you was a Leo. I knew that because all them Leos be giving me such a hard time. Y'all Leos and these Cancers, oh, y'all give me a hard time.
So
now, what you have to say, Phil? I'm gonna give you the final word on this season, honey.
So I'm out of town right now. That's why I'm late. So my mama said Clifton and Carmen been messing around because he was so quiet. My mama said that like 3 times to me last night. She said the way Clifton was quiet, she believes that him and Carmen have messed around with each other. My mama was on it. She said it. My mama believes something has happened between them because he was way too quiet, and I felt the same way.
Tell your mama I said, me too.
Hold on for 1 second.
Somebody at the door. Tonight, TMZ has a documentary on Diddy on Tubi. You said way too much, and that says Beautiful Traveler. TMZ, Tubi, and Diddy all at the same time. That's a lot. That's a lot going on there. That's a lot
Yes.
going on with that.
So I
Okay.
hope the show can come back. It's going to be interesting. I can't wait to hear the details on the whole Mother's Day brunch. But my last comment, I'm sorry, Sherelle. I don't think you were a side chick, but I definitely think Black was trying to talk to you while he was with his girlfriend. Sorry,
I do. I
Sherelle.
do. Listen, I agree. I don't think they did anything physical, but I definitely feel like Black was attracted to her and he kept her in his back pocket until he figured out his current situation. Men do that shit all the time. Women do it all the time. He knew that what he was in wasn't really working out. He really liked Sherelle and he kept her in the back pocket. Yeah, he gonna text her and be like, why don't you come to my school for career day? Keeping her in the back pocket. Yeah, he gonna be like, girl, I see you working hard. That you getting that weight off. You looking good. Yeah, he kept her in the back pocket. He absolutely did. That's what I believe. But I do not believe that they were engaged in a full-on affair. I don't believe that. I do not
Oh,
believe
no,
that.
no, no, no. I don't believe that either.
I definitely believe he kept the communication open. And the minute he's, his relationship ended, I feel like he doubled back and he was like, ah! You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I want Ashley to come back, but I think Ashley takes the show too seriously. I think Ashley takes it too seriously. I think Arena and Jamie, they definitely know what it is and they're trying to be lighthearted and fun. But I do think that Ashley takes it way too seriously. I love Ashley. I'm agree with you, really B. She is made for reality TV, but she gotta kind of not take herself a little too seriously and get off of Twitter. Her and Jamie, get off of Twitter. Winter 2, tell Winter tomorrow, get off of Twitter. Too much social media. I hate to say it. The Love and Marriage franchise, the downfall and their greatest accomplishment, I would say, is social media. It ruins everything for those shows. And Carlos really, he likes it, but he doesn't understand. That's why you can't keep cast members because it's too much social media.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I still love Jamie and Arena. I really felt bad for Joy last night. Clifton, do better because he just seemed too disengaged, way too disengaged. Um, Carmen, I liked you on Ready to Love. I was one of the few people that liked me some old blue eyes. But Carmen, yeah, Joy was 100% right. If you care about my husband, you wouldn't disrespect me as his wife.
Mm-hmm.
I think Carmen kind of wants to be on the show. I'm not sure about Carmen. She may be a publicist, but I feel like they all crave that spotlight just a little bit. And I think Carmen wants her taste.
Let me tell you, I think Carmen wants to be on the show. And I think Carmen, so I didn't really give y'all my breakdown on Carmen. Here's how I feel about Carmen. I think Carmen absolutely wants to be on the show. And I think Carmen absolutely leveraged her relationship with Clifton and Joy to get on the show. I believe it. I 100% believe it. I will always believe that. That is my opinion. I believe that. Do I think that Carmen is good at what she does in her business? Obviously, she's successful at it. She's clearly good at what she does. Do I think she wants to be on reality TV? Absolutely. Do I think that she will probably, she's been on Bravo and other stuff like that, but do I think that she'll take a bird in the hand, beats two in the bush? Yeah. Yeah, she will. And I think that I think that Carlos is going to bring her on the show next year because he likes that. Carlos likes messy and shady. And Carmen is giving him messy and shady, and he likes it. And I think that Carmen will be on the show next season, her and her fake boyfriend.
So if Carmen comes on the show, we need one more person in between, one more middle woman in between, just to sort of connect the two factions, because it'll be Ashley and Carmen, and then Joy and Arena. So we need somebody kind of in between, because I hate to say it, Winter, I do feel like I hope you ask her this question. Like, did she have an issue with Joy? Because the whole Yusha and Ready to Love stuff doesn't make any kind of sense to me because he wasn't on the show. So, I mean, even though he did try out, he wasn't on the show. And the Ready to Love people kind of said, like, they don't really tell you who may be a potential match for you or anything like that. They sort of just set them up who they think would be a match. So that whole Ready to Love thing really didn't make sense. I just think maybe you should agree with Joy. And because Winter didn't agree with Joy, she kind of had a problem with Yusha. But I don't know. I think Winter is made for reality TV too. She would make a great housewife too. I think she would be an amazing housewife, a friend of or something. I think,
I
Winter.
absolutely think Winter would be great. I think Winter would be great on Potomac because one, she brings a pedigree. We're going to talk about this tomorrow night on the interview. I think a lot of y'all may not know a lot about Winter and what she brings as far as her personal life. She brings a pedigree, right? She's connected, whether people like Winter or not. She is connected in the area. She does have
Mhm.
her own thing going on. She knows how to be shady. She knows how to give a scene. You know what I mean? Like, I think that Winter would be great on Potomac. I do. I think she would. I absolutely think she would be a great housewife. Um,
She has the tone, she has the education to where it's shady, but it doesn't come across as not nasty. She has that nice nasty
mhm,
thing
mhm.
that would
And
be
that's what I mean
great.
when I say she has a pedigree. You know, yeah, she doesn't talk a lot about her because her ex-husband didn't want to be on the show and he didn't want to be discussed on the show. So she doesn't talk a lot about him. But we're not going to forget that she was married to a professional football player. We're not going to like they were college sweet. Well, I ain't gonna tell it because we're gonna talk about it tomorrow night. But she brings something, and I do think Winter would be great on Potomac. Going back to what you said about Ashley taking it too seriously, here's the thing with Ashley. Ashley is one of those people that doesn't understand that at a certain point you can't change people's mind. And I think part of the problem with Ashley is that when she realized that things were edited in a way that was going to make her the villain, when she saw the trailer and she knew that she was edited as the villain, she was trying to get ahead of it. And what she keeps trying to convince people is what happened that we did not see. And the reality of the situation is, me as a reviewer, I take some things into consideration because I'm reviewing the show and I bring y'all the tea. You know what I mean? But if I were just tuning in on Saturday night for an hour, I wouldn't care about none of that. I only care about what I see, and I'm going to make my opinion based on what I see. And the problem is, at a certain point, you can't change people's mind. You can't
I
change people's mind.
I definitely agree with you with that, but I think one part that I don't think a lot of the reality TV show personalities don't take into consideration, they don't take into consideration what role they played in this whole scene or whatever. Because I do believe some of what Ashley said, but at the same time, Ashley, you did have some moments where you were wrong. You were disrespectful, you were rude, you were wrong. I don't think Ashley is a mean girl. I really don't think she's a mean girl. I love Ashley.
Mm-mm.
But Ashley, you can say, well, Joy did this and they tried to paint me as that. But we also saw a lot of you, like the whole basketball suite thing with Clifton, inappropriate. The name calling afterwards,
Mhm.
inappropriate.
I agree.
So you have to take some level of accountability, whether he was antagonizing you or not, which I do think Clifton kind of was giving you a little bit. You went from 0 to 100. So you gotta just own it and say I did it, and don't say it I did it with a condescending tone. But I love Ashley. I really want Ashley to come back. I think Ashley, I don't want to sound rude, but I think Ashley she kind of needs this because I think she was made for it. And I think she kind of want to compete with Quick. I mean, I hate to say it, she does kind of live in his shadow because if you live in the DMV area, we all know DJ Quicksilver. Like, he's
Mhm.
a very well known person from
DJ
radio.
Quicksilver has been, I remember as being in high school, and I remember DJ Quicksilver. So, like, when people want to, and here's the thing that I don't like, and I understand people's perspective who don't live in the area. I get it. You don't know because you don't live here. But when people try to make it seem like Quick is not a big deal, Quick is a fucking big deal.
Yeah.
Quick, absolutely. Like, I'm not going to put him on the level of D Nice. I'm not putting him on that level. But when I say Quick gets flued out to do major parties, Quick is a big deal. And so for people to act like, oh, he's just a DJ. No, he's not just a DJ. So I agree. But a lot of people outside of the area, you've probably been to a DJ Quick party, you don't know. You know what I mean? So.
No, he's a big deal. And you know something else, since we're talking about Potomac, I'm here in Atlanta this weekend. Incognito is a big deal out here as well, and in the DC area. Like, I've heard his name on the radio several times. I just heard his name on the radio out here in Atlanta. So, like, yeah, they're kind of big deals.
Yeah, I think Ashley's coming back. The problem, so here's my two problems with Ashley coming back. One, what about Quick? And two, how do we get past the situation with Urena? Because at a certain point, y'all got to get past it. Both of them, on both ends, they got to get past it.
I think Carlos needs to take his advice that he's always given the Real Housewives of Potomac. If you're gonna come back, we're gonna have this sit down conversation, and y'all gonna have to find a way to move forward.
I 100% believe that when Carlos comes here next month, that is part of the agenda. I believe that part of him coming is he's going to have a sit down with them, and there are going to be some real hard conversations. Now, that's my opinion. I don't know that to be a fact, but that's what I believe.
I definitely agree, because he said no one, I guess, except for Winter, gave him a proper 2 weeks notice. So, because she's the only one that's not participating, but I do think they need to have a real conversation and just, just chill off of social media, promote your businesses. Don't comment on the show. Jamie and Arena, promote your parties, your trips. Ashley, Fashion Ashton, your books, your podcast. Promote that stuff and just stop going back and forth and trying to prove a point. Ashley, lean into your villain. Everyone loves the villain secretly. Only I'm able to admit it out loud.
And that's what and that's where I stand on it. Will I continue to support the show? Yes, because I like the cast. Like, I mean, contrary to popular belief, I've tried very hard to stay neutral and stay in the middle. I have a decent relation. When I say relationship, like, I'm not friends with these people, but like, they ain't out here dragging me on social media. They ain't talking shit about me. Like, most of them respect my reviews because they feel like I try to be very fair and try to see things from all angles. And the fact that it's a show in DC, I'm going to always try to support that. That's why I haven't left Potomac, because it's still, to me, it's still a local show and I want to try to support it. But with that being said, you guys, we're going to talk to Winter tomorrow night, and then we are going to go to this daggone brunch in 2 weeks. And then we are closing the book on Love and Marriage DC. It does sound like there's going to be another season. Carlos was talking about the future. Ashley was talking about the future. So it does sound like they're going to do another season, which to me means that they'll probably start filming. I would say they'll probably start filming during the summer. If they're bringing it back, I feel like they're going to start filming at some, like, maybe summer, fall, which will be interesting because their filming will overlap Potomac. So anyway, I'm about to get off of here, you guys. Now listen, I'm going to come back with my unpopular opinion of Amanda Seals. I know y'all are going to probably not be happy about that, but oh well. We're going to talk about it. Y'all can hate me. Y'all can talk about me in the comments, and that's fine.
Yes, we need an open panel on Amanda Seals, because I got lots of unpopular opinions as well. So we right there, really be. We more like them than what you want to think.
Well, I need to do some research, get my timestamps and stuff together. Is the brunch recap members only? Ooh. You know what? I will make some of that content members only. I'm not going to make everything members only, but I will make some. Maybe the recap. Hey, Nap. Hey, my love. Maybe we'll make some of that content members only, Tracy. It depends on what I find out, because I might get some tea that I can't share with everybody. It depends on what I find out. I'm gonna be getting it. I'm gonna be getting it. Unless you dragging Amanda, I don't care. Well, you already know how I feel about Amanda. So what you think we about to do? But you want to make an open panel? We can make an open panel.
All right. Thank you so much, Really B. Have a good one.
You too. All right, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I know you've been missing. I hope you're okay, baby. Meet me back here in about an hour, you guys. We're going to talk about Amanda Seales. I'm about to get my timestamps together, get my information straight so that we can dig. Y'all know how we do over here. We're going to do a deep dive like we did with Monique, where I'm explaining to y'all why I feel the way I feel. Because I feel like my problem with y'all is, y'all be moving the goalposts and shit. But anyway, we're going to get into it. Give me about an hour and I'll be back. Mwah. I'll talk to y'all later. Peace.